Hello everyone and welcome back once again to Strategic Command WWII World at War, where I'm back playing as the Axis and well, let's get kicking. We're pretty much right where we left off. Now if I get really lucky here. Okay, perfect. That's exactly what I desired. Of course, I mean, the chance was reasonable that one of them would deal more damage, so that's pretty good. I'll be taking the Chinese capital then. That also means that let's just move them around for a bit. I'm gonna start shipping these guys back because the Chinese will surrender. These guys are in trouble for sure. Yeah, because this is desert clear and this is desert 2. So I kind of need them to get more action points. I'll wait for a day, I guess. But yeah, so that's the last of the Chinese capitals that has now fallen. That's excellent. Very, very good. I'm quite pleased about that. Let's see, though. I don't think I really need to attack the Russians anymore, but yeah, that's not a great odds. Okay, you know, I'll just I'll leave some guys here to guard the border while I can still defeat this core here. But besides that, it's probably not worth it to venture too far into the Soviet Union, and that also means that I am already going to operate these guys all the way down here. Probably or can I actually send them all the way up there? No, for some reason they can only be transported over in these locations, which is probably because of this. Well, are there any more garrison units that I have for the Japanese? I mean, I kind of need more. That's pretty much the thing. I'm actually quite short of them. I guess not. So yeah, let's just operate them over here then. And then I could just as well ship them from there. That's not as great as the other option, but it's still pretty good. Alright, so I'll gain a bunch of MPP from the Chinese surrendering. I do want to go and declare war on Mongolia as well, but I can only pretty much go through this region, potentially here. They don't have any real roads, so I want to send these guys back over to this spot, declare war, and then just move upon their capital. They should fall relatively quickly, and then after that, pretty much the only thing that's in between the German-Japanese border is India and then also Afghanistan, but Afghanistan also isn't that big of a deal here. Should fall relatively quickly. Now, up here, already did make some good progress. Let's finish them off. Excellent. It's a bit of a shame I can't cut off these guys that easily, but that must be because of the poor supply. Not too surprising. Alright, let's actually keep one of these guys over here for now. Just attack. And then move down here. There's not a whole lot I can do. I mean, I can't move down there. This river is just too troublesome, but I can move in here and destroy those bombers. Excellent. Okay, I'm gonna move back a bit because I don't want to get cut off here myself. I think I also have some opportunity out here. If I am as lucky as I was with the Chinese surrendering. I guess I'll try. This one isn't going as smoothly, it seems like, so these guys won't be destroyed. But I still think we did pretty reasonable. They're not under the control of that HQ. That explains a lot. Guess I'm gonna have to be a bit aggressive in order to get these guys to lower strength. Which is fine. Again, they'll probably repair, though they're in poor supply. Which I can understand. Yeah, let's move you up. If I go in here, I think they'll be fine. Again, I want to cut off these forces, and I need to press forward because I need to capture this road and make sure that my supply will be properly set up. At the very least, yeah, let's move you in here, and these guys onto that hex again. Next turn they will actually link up. I'm gonna send these guys down and move them up as well, but I need to destroy these two guys in order to make sure that we'll have some proper HQ support set up there. These guys can't do anything. And enemy got a couple more reinforcements out here. Wonder if they will have interceptors. Yes. That went very poorly. Seems like my supply is also really poor, so I can't actually advance with the Africa Corps. That's not really that big of a problem. Once these guys can break through, I can really get things kicking. But still. I mean, most important is dealing with the situation, at least for the Japanese there, and then for the Italians there, because we've already beaten the Soviets, kind of. How about you? Yeah, they can't be upgraded. Okay, I actually need to send these guys back. So they'll be in supply, because otherwise that ain't working. Alright, there we go. Here at least we gained some of this territory. I think these guys will be in very poor supply soon, and then I can also destroy them. As for you, for some reason they don't seem to actually be getting supplies from that. I don't know, I'm gonna send them back. Either way, what I'll do is I actually think I made a mistake having these guys out there. I can use them actually for this turn. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Just going in here. And I do need to set them to naval tactical. To destroy this light cruiser. As I'm indeed taking a bunch of damage with my other ships, but I at least destroyed it. And taking damage on the Italians isn't that problematic. Right. Okay. Yeah, they can only move here, not to Benghazi for some reason. Well. Let's see though. First of all, upgrading these. Maybe I can move around the Americans. Although that would be quite risky. Cut them off. Maybe I can do a couple of drops. I mean, the question is, do they have units in all of these places? That's actually the interesting thing to figure out. Maybe it's worth it trying to set one of these guys into an amphibious transport and just see whether I can retake Tunis in a turn or two. Or Algiers. And then if I take that, these guys will be in trouble. And they will be split between my forces. I can land more troops there. But then I will have to take a bit of a risk, and I'm going to do that this way. So these guys are going to go on transports. We're going to see whether that works. It will be interesting. Okay, so that's that. And then I was busy actually with the Japanese forces, because we actually did take care of a couple of enemy ships out here too. And I was going to deploy forces out here. So I was thinking that I'm going to land at these two locations. And what I will need to do is drop here. Okay, so they have that there. And the way I can destroy them only, really, is by... Let's see, is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Is trying to get at them through this way. Now, many of these are already damaged. I don't have that many of these in range. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So these guys can't even get there. I don't know what the problem with these guys is, though. Let's try it. Okay, I can land there. Great. That's good, at least. I'm not gonna move. That means I'm gonna send these guys over there too, because that makes it a lot easier. Okay, they cannot... Are they still preparing? I wonder if they will actually ever be able to set off, because I think I've set them to prepare for a long time ago. Well, at the very least I can try a long-range aircraft level 3. Let's see if that helps. I can't go into the port, and that's the biggest problem. Because it's not mine. Okay, I can do this. Get you in here. Move. Attack. Then I should be able to get another one to move in here, get there, and I can still move one hex and take that. Alright. And that means that I've gotten the first Australian port. Pretty important. And these will technically be able to land there, but the question is, do I want to do that? Because this is an HQ. Yeah, let's... Oh no, I can't do that because the port is too weak. Alright, let's get them at Port Moresby, where they can't really be damaged. Or hopefully, at least. And the rest of these guys, I'm just gonna send them back to Japan for repairs. And I need to start taking down the enemy fleet that they have stationed out there to destroy my garrisons. Or my supplies, because I'm getting a lot less MPP from them being there, and that's a big problem. Now, I don't specifically know why they are there, but it's very odd that they are. At any rate, I need to get my guys back. No, they already have attacked, and then when I cluster my forces together, I can take the fight to them and hopefully take down a bunch of enemy ships once more and secure my dominion over the Pacific. But in order to do that, like, this is really the final naval element of the game that I have to overcome here. Yeah, you guys are definitely going as well. And I'll be landing a bunch more troops there, just trying to get my guys out there. This is a tad risky, but we'll see whether it works. And I'm actually gonna... I just need to see as well whether they actually get away from Fiji and potentially from Apaya, although I don't know, it says Eisenhower here. I have no clue whether that means they'll move or not, but I think that the way we're situated here, it's pretty reasonable. So these guys can still be upgraded with anti-submarine warfare. I will definitely do that. We know that there's a submarine out here. I've been hunting it for pretty long. And my luck is quite with me here, as it's down to 1. I got 2 hits in, quite good. Let's upgrade these guys as well. There we go. I think we're quite settled. Now, I don't really want the enemy to take these places out of nowhere and me just having to capitulate entire Indochina because they just put a unit onto Hanoi. So I kind of need to keep those guys in there. Let's upgrade the escort carrier. And this core too. Why not? Let's see then. Let's go for some research with the Japanese as well. They currently have no research going for them, so that's probably good for me to at least do some. But those are both the 3, but I don't really need that anymore. We have infantry weapons level 2, that's all I care about. And these are 175. What does command and control do again? Number of units, secure range, and command rating. Action points by 0.5. Let's go for amphibious warfare for now, since that's pretty good. Okay, that leaves Japan entirely set for now. And we get to go to, well, Russia again. I think we'll leave that for a bit, but I do need to take care of the partisans and things like that. Most of these guys probably can't. Okay, these guys can't operate. So let's see where we need these guys to be. If I can, okay, I can get them to clean in. So that's at least 1. That means that these can move to Vyshny Volochysk and then be channeled out on the next turn. Then this HQ will be moving forward. I'll be sending the unit from Leningrad over to the Moscow, and they're going back. These guys will stay at Murmansk, but the idea is that these guys are also going to be operated, so I kind of need them to be here, and then I'll repair them, things like that, and they'll be operated out there. Excellent, actually. That means, I mean, none of these guys can rail out of there, so again, I need to make sure that my units are on a rail hex. And that I will, because most of these units can already be evacuated. Most likely. I don't think there will be a lot of use for them anymore. in this sector. There's nothing worth of value that I am really willing to take. And I'm close to taking Perma and Kuibyshev anyway. Okay, let's zoom in again. I'll just upgrade. Most of these guys, actually, I'm willing to operate them already. And there's no real reason to keep them in here. And I think, because these are medium bombers, I don't mind having them out here. The question is, what am I gonna do with them? With these medium bombers? I think actually I might use them in order to try and take Cyprus for now. Just keep bombing this unit, keep bombing it until I have done enough damage. To take it, which seems a bit mundane, but I want to get the paratroopers out there, and I also want to take Malta and just make sure that all enemy presence from the Mediterranean is gone. So I can spare the MPP now, so I'm quite willing to do that. Okay, let's attach you, sure. Wouldn't mind destroying this unit at Yaroslavl at least, because I believe they do get MPP from it. Yeah. Okay. They can take that city. And sure, let's move to Kirov. I'm quite sure that they have very little units left in general. Okay. So as for these, I also need to evacuate them, so I'm sending them to Bryansk and they can get out of there on the next turn. Let's see if I can destroy this with some Italian units out here. Yes, I can. Perfect. That means that I could probably evacuate out those guys. Again, I'm quite sure that the enemy has been beaten. So I'm really starting to prepare for the invasion of England and or invasion of Normandy. It kind of depends who was here earlier, which is still up for debate. I definitely want to go for infantry weapons level 2 on all of those guys, and I can't do an encirclement, but I can sure destroy these planes out here. Take the city and attack the HQ. Well, I mean, even Kazan gives me some MPP, so I'm still willing to go for that. Just a little bit too far, hey? Because you control those units. Do need to make sure that everything is going according to plan. Yeah, these guys are not too great. Actually, I think even that what I want to do, I can't ship them away, but I wouldn't mind doing that on the next turn, and I'll send them over to Greece to stop the partisan activity out there, which is becoming a bit annoying. At least just seeing that interaction every turn is it's a bit of a shame. Alright, let's go back, take a repair there. Should be good enough. I'll take Osk. And... oh yeah, now I'm really going to town here. This is probably the absolute worst for the enemy, I think. 4-2. Huh. Okay, can't undo it. That's fine. Ah. All the way out there. Yeah, let's move all of the Italians back. Okay, good. Alright, so once again, they haven't quite surrendered just yet, but we're getting there, It's just a slow and steady progress that takes a pretty long time. Right, let's operate you out here. They can get into Athens on the next turn. Down here. I need to upgrade the cavalry corps first before I send them in. And these guys can already attack just fine. Yeah, I won't risk any of the other places. So out here, it's all taken care of. I still need an extra unit out here, or down there. Nothing up here though, that is... well, almost nothing that's not taken care of. Actually, I've gotten myself in a bit of a pickle here. Okay, let's move you to Chula. That should work there. Then I still need to get a unit out here. Is there anything? Would I really have to ship over a guy or unit from here somewhere? That's how it looks like. And where did I need it now? Out on this hex, so right next to the Panther tank. Which is where I can't get it, but I hope it will still stop them from actually getting a partisan spawn. That's going okay for now. Yeah, that's looking good. And up here I don't need any. Okay, excellent. Then there's only one thing left to deal with, and that's all the... okay, you're on escort mode. Let's go for interception. And that's basically just repairing and upgrading all of these guys wherever I can. I want to start declaring war on Vichy France. Diplomacy right there. Oh, that's the wrong one. Vichy France, declare war. There we go. There aren't that many left still to influence. The Spanish government is seriously concerned over Axis aggression. Well, too bad. Yep. I need these mines. And just any of these other cities, I just want them. And I think Vichy will fall immediately. And I will send some troops in there to garrison it. But yeah, I can't allow them to stay active like this much longer. I'll just move a bit forward. Maybe the enemy gets frisky and I can get some decent results in there. Who knows? At any rate, I need to get whatever subs I have remaining first reinforced. And also back out at sea, or... Okay. Just get them out there in any way possible, because this is not safe. Okay. Well, the Admiral Shear. Oh. Well. Let's see then. Maybe I'm going to trade the Admiral Shear for the a battleship. Let's see. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wait. What is your range? Advanced Fighters level 3. Oh, okay, it's 5. Oh, wow. That's some pretty nasty damage out there. Ooh. Okay. Well, I have no other units that can reach it except this, so I'm gonna try. Alright, got it. And I can't move either of those, so I think they will see them. But that does mean as well that I actually want to send the rest of my navy out up here in order to intercept whatever is going to try and attack them. Oh. Or that's happening. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, let's take down another American battleship. Okay, let's just... Okay, these guys have a range of 4. Yeah, I cannot get at them now, but... Well, we'll just see how this progresses. This might turn out to become very poor, or not too shabby. We've destroyed 2 battleships. I'm sure they have plenty left. Yeah. Yeah, I knew this was gonna be tricky. Right. We still have the Italian Navy. Although they can't get out because we don't actually have Gibraltar. And I can't go through here like that. I think. Right, so let's go for research for the Germans. I can get quite a bit of it. None of this though. Okay. Is there anything, which I can do for 100? No, I can't. Okay, so let's go to diplomacy. Do I have any chits? No, I don't. So I can only purchase units. I'm gonna go for some subs first, and sure, I'll buy some pioneers. No. some heavy artillery. Right, that leaves this turn as well. Let's just see what happens. I'm quite interested. And the turn, I think we've taken care of everything as well, didn't we? We probably did. Except this submarine. Alright, let's end the turn. Chinese morale suffers from the loss of Urumqi, and they should surrender. Yep, there we go. Perfect. Vichy France as well. Japan agrees to German occupation of Chinese territory. Okay. Axis forces in Fort de France suffer from a lack of supplies. Axis forces in French Guiana suffer from a lack of supplies too. Makes sense. That's okay. How much do we get from... Okay, we don't get anything specifically from China. I guess that's just included in our base MPP. But still, that's quite a huge amount of plunder. The thing that I'm most concerned about, though, is the naval engagement that we've just been into. I don't think you really want to do that. But, okay. I'm trying to zoom in. Okay, here we go. They're probably evacuating to Perm there. I have no clue what they're doing out here. But they are not in such a good spot, so I'm a bit surprised that they just keep standing there like that, trying to hold that line. Which will turn out to be a huge disaster for them. Okay, first off, they're going after my sub, which I like a lot so far. Aircraft carrier going after the sub too. Does suggest that they can't find those other naval ships. I hope. I really do hope so. Enemy contact means that we're still in the clear for now. Okay. Exactly. This is what I want to see. Just keep them there and... Okay, fine. Going after the destroyer is just fine. If you want to take that down, I'll gladly trade one of my destroyers for 2 battleships. I really do. Uh-oh. Now, this is actually very bad. Yeah, that's not good. Okay, but they're... Yeah, okay. Destroyer down. Fine. That's fine. I really wonder how much damage they're taking. I mean, they keep destroying these mines, which is pretty good for them, but... I'm not... Okay. Yeah, sure. It seems like the other interceptors that I put in Italy also aren't particularly interested in taking any of these other places. I do need to put more fighters there. Okay, fair enough. I can only go for Mongolia once Russia surrenders. Wow. Yep, be my guest. If that's what you want to be doing. I'm just sweating it out here over that naval engagement. That's basically the only thing that I'm really interested about, because things like transport, unload, and other stuff I don't really care about just about now. I don't care where the enemy lands, where they're gonna put their troops, because they will not be safe. But the Navy is just one last thing that I'm just worried about. Like, I think we got the land combat covered. Okay. But naval engagements are just so one-sided that it's extremely dangerous, and your units will get destroyed very, very easily. Okay, it's moving back. No problem. We have plenty of units here that we still want to destroy. There's another battleship out here. Another cruiser. Plenty of my units need to repair themselves. And come on, Daddy needs a new pair of shoes. Purchase all you like. I'm sure the USA gets about 1,000 MPP a turn. I really think it must be quite a lot. Russians, not so much, probably. I really need to get a unit out there. This is really starting to become an issue. And we made it! Whew. We did it. The Navy is safe. They didn't... Well, they took down a destroyer, but we exchanged the destroyer for 2 battleships, and I am okay with that. And we get to place the garrisons. Okay, let's go. I'll put them all around Warsaw, but make sure that they can actually transport themselves at the moment's notice. And the 13th Army, where am I going to place you guys? I guess over here. And an Italian destroyer, eh? Sure. Japanese escort carrier, always appreciated. Alright, and I guess we're back in action. That was some serious stress over those naval engagements, but we got out of it. Not unscathed, but we did get out of it, and that's all that matters. I'm just gonna go crazy over the next couple of mines here and continue my basically my advance through Russia. We'll see what kind of things we can do. It seems like the enemy didn't really react to whatever we did out here. Also interesting, so we'll try to make a bit of a foothold in Australia there as well. And with the surrender of China, you know, I think we can, yeah, we can link up here. Wow, these guys will be surrounded. They will be moving further into India. Definitely. So things are progressing quite as planned. That's very nice. Yeah, I want to thank you for watching. Do hope you enjoyed this part. If you did, please leave a like, comment, or subscribe, and I will see you all in the next episode. So once again, take care and see you all in the next one.